Oh.
Happy and blessed Tuesday night, everyone that's connected, guys. Let's give it up to, honestly, our leaders, because people's like individuals such as Rob and Arnold and Rachel, like, redo. Happy and blessed Tuesday, everybody. I am super fired up to be here, excited, live on set, just witnessing and being part of what it is to be a part of this amazing team. I always want to give it up to our leadership, making sure they can hold things down. For those of you who may have not known, we are relaunching and restarting what it is, sharing this information in the Latin market. So here in the Tampa Bay area, Jackie Garcia and I actually just did the presentation. And what I love to say about that is that we always still have fun with what we do. I know that I could speak on her part by saying that we're blessed with this opportunity, but day in and day out, we get to witness and be part of what teamwork really can do to make the dream work for everybody. So if you're brand new, I want to give you a huge welcome and congratulations to making what I consider one of the best adult decisions in your life. A few years back, I was introduced to this, and I didn't even know that this was going to be a good fit for me. You know, truthfully speaking, when I saw it, I disqualified myself more than once. So huge shout out to those people that follow up and definitely don't leave us behind. In that sense, this has been a blessing. But the truth is that you are on your way to creating your success story. This is the first week of the 5-week volume month, which is a huge, huge deal. Moving along, you'll understand why. If you're new, I get it. You will understand. But that's also so much of why the energy is so high. And that's why we also want to highlight a few things, right? Huge shout out to our very own leadership that as of Sunday trained the company nationwide, our team R&R, and even last night with Bruno killing it. Oh my gosh, that just speaks to the volume of how much of an impact our very own team is able to make. Now, mark your calendar for these updates. The band should reflect this, but if you didn't already know, again, a huge recognition to Team R&R for taking the lead on offering lead generation Monday through Saturday at 12 o'clock. It is in the band calendar, as well as a 6 p.m. power hour led by our very own team. So again, the company itself, recognizing corporate, they send those emails out, keeping us in the loop. They're doing power hours regularly, but there's nothing like knowing the individuals on the other side of the camera. So when you have invites and you have guests and attendees or potentials, and they can see somebody that of whose you story that you know, someone that you personally work with, priceless, hands down, because people want to know how they can relate to it. Another huge announcement that I want to make is the Fort Myers Super Saturday. There's a beautiful flyer being shared, and one of our amazing boss ladies, Maritza, is actually a part of making that happen. She did the lead gen session today, so huge shout out to her. If you missed out, man, I feel sorry for you. I think there might be a recording floating around, but again, that's just an example of what's possible. So a lot of us here say Tampa, 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 Tampa. If you're not hearing your city and your state being represented, the opportunity is yours. You know how big of a deal that is? Like, you could be the one till then you're representing your very own town, your very own city, and your very own state. So get it in, never feel discouraged because of that. And if anything, feel encouraged because of that example to know that you could start out at point A and take it all the way to point paid by way of this program. Also mark your calendar for June 2nd. We have an online Super Saturday led by corporate as well. It is absolutely free. But the beauty of these events, including the Fort Myers one, is that the very first part of that event is an overview. So you get to have your guests plug in and learn about this information, and then stick around and even take advantage of the training done, hands down, right then and there to get their business off to a new launch. Of course, we are always and will continue to push convention. That is August 5th and 6th. It will be in Miami. Who doesn't want to come to Miami? Just because I said Miami, you guys should want to come to Miami. But understanding that the vision we have is to always plug into these daily events, attend these online and weekly events and the major city events with the tour corporate is doing leading up until our grand event of convention, August 5th and August 6th in Miami. You do not want to miss it. As well, speaking on the tour, check those emails for the list of all the dates. We have flyers going around as well for that. Tampa was fortunate enough to make it on the map to as well be one of the cities. We have our tour stop here in Tampa, May 26th. There is a registration link. Visit your back office. You can look at the calendar for events, and for a teeny, tiny, small, little bit of an investment into your very own business, you get to learn from those that are leading our company at the very top, including our very own Pinnacle Vice President, Mr. Alfred Nixon, and I mean, names such as Alyssa Barnes. Of course, we have the corporate team represented with Chet, but we as well have Alfred Ashton Henry and Lakeisha Marion. I mean, these are names of individuals that you want to get to know. If you do not know yet, you're gonna wanna know and ask somebody. So in the spirit of celebration, we're gonna continue with just a brief recognition for some of the top 10 of our agents. So these are the top 10 agents with the highest number of client enrollments so far for this month, as well as the top agents with the highest number of agent enrollments for this month. And then we'll go into the training tonight. But recognizing those, we have our number one, Bethany Roy, followed by Kaja Jean-Pierre, Crystal Marrero, Terrion Henderson, Rolando Navarro, Chad Sanchez, Dr. Arnold Bogarty, Jacqueline Garcia, Marjorie Rogers, and Giovanni Sells. So let's light it up in the chat team, give them a huge congratulations. And like, it's so near and dear to me to know and hear and read these names when I've witnessed their growth. Like, huge shout out to Rolando today for opening for the third time for our Spanish events. Just watching and witnessing that growth to me is priceless. Keep doing your thing, you're on the right track. Then also to know I shared the presentation with Executive Elite Jacqueline Garcia, someone who has been side by side with me with regards to growing in the Spanish market. The very first agent who did the presentations with me in Spanish. And here we are a few years later, still committed to our decision of taking this to the top. Now going on to our top recruiters. These are the agents who have expanded our family with the highest number of new business partners so far. Now this is only the first week of the 5-week volume month, so your name can still make it on the list. But again, just so far, we want to recognize Ramanda Akins, Newton Abelard, Shaquille Lewis, Crystal Marrero, Bethany Roy, Dr. Arnold Bogarty, and Kaja Jean-Pierre. So again, let's celebrate them. Light it up in the chat. The same way that you're going to want to be recognized is the same way you want to celebrate for others. There's just something about that good feel, something about that great vibe. And when you push that energy forward, I promise you it comes back to you tenfold. Now, into our training for tonight, I already did a name drop for this man because he's just like the wow factor, I think. You just give him 5 minutes to talk to you and he will wow you, okay? And even in person, I mean, the phrase, I see this man and I picture in my head, even hearing his name, let's go is all that comes to my mind, right? But this gentleman has a phenomenal story. He absolutely rocked the presentation last night. Only 6 years in this country and having learned English because of his choice online and taking this opportunity to help him create himself as the very first millionaire in his family. He is an ambassador by title, but he's a world changer by his actions. He's influenced all of us. I'm telling you, as humble as can be, but trust and believe his name tops the charts week after week after week. And if I'm not saying his name because of our list, check your back office because that man is on one of those lists, I promise you. He's an ambassador so far with this company, multiple 6- and 7-figure income earners so far in a few shy years. And I'm gonna let him go into a little bit more of his story. But if that doesn't get you hyped, I don't know where your mind is at. Plug in, classes in session. Please, please give all of your undivided attention to none other than boss man, our very own Haitian sensation ambassador, Bruno Florida. Saw you like
we don't talk about Bruno.
Yes, we talk about Bruno.
Let's go. I'm excited, man. I'm super, super pumped, fired up, man. Listen, first thing I want to go ahead and do and give it back to God. But Mayra, man, listen, man, your edification. I want to go ahead and, and give it back to you, boss lady, always killing it. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your leadership. My team look up to you. I remember when I went to South Carolina, they'd be like, man, can I see Mayra? I'll take a picture. I'm like, I'm gonna show you Mayra, man. So thank you so much, boss lady. We really do appreciate you. Definitely. Man, let's go, man. I'm excited. I'm super, super excited. Today, I'm going to do an easy job, right? They actually, we had a conversation with the leadership team. And today I have the pleasure to show you, one of the things that helped me in my business, right? One of the things that helped me with my business. And today I'm going to show you something that's extremely important. How many people know what I'm talking about? Like if I told you right now, distraction. If I told you right now, the process of learning. If I told you right now, discouragement. Why feeling like, man, maybe, I don't know. Why? What about the loved one? Maybe you have some people right now that's not really supporting you. Why? The people that you love, your mom, your dad, and you feel like, man, I don't know what to do. Why? Man, I'm going through so much in this business. I don't know. Why? It's a curve between you going to your success, man. Listen, it's a whole curve, right? It's a whole bridge. You see it over here. I don't have a slide, right? But look at this, man. Distraction, the loved one, the discouragement, the learning process. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm still on training. Another one. Anybody can relate? Anybody? So guys, for those who are actually brand new, I've been here for 6 years. I learn English from YouTube. I'm Bruno Flueridort. And to tell you, man, I've been through all of those things. And I feel like, oh my gosh, where is that bridge? To actually feel like, okay, I start smelling success. I start getting, becoming successful in this thing. You're going to go through those things. And do you know what's going to really happen you? Let me tell you, man, no slide today. You know what's really helping me in that process, y'all? Staying plugged in. Staying plugged in. I'm always big on energy. I'm always big on energy. Before I jump on this, I was playing music. I was jumping in my house. I love music. I love getting my energy, right? But make sure I eat, right? Make sure I eat. So again, y'all, this is extremely important. My energy have to be on point. But if you're going through all of those things right now, we have 111 participant. Why? I'm telling you, man, one of the things that helped me stay plugged in when I'm going through that bridge is actually event. Event changed my life completely. For those who know my story, I signed up in this business November 15, 2018. It was tough for me going to convention. It was tough. But I remember my mentor was keep inviting me to that event, keep inviting me. So if you have agent right now, you got to keep inviting them to environment so they can feed that energy, because in that process of going to that bridge, bro, things gonna happen. People are gonna feel like, you know what, maybe I'm throwing the towel. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. So, but what you really want to do is to make sure that you stay plugged in. I'm telling you what now, if you feel like, you know what, you don't know if you're gonna spend one more day in the business, you need to stay plugged in. You need to stay plugged in. Reach out to your mentor. Don't reach out to your downline. We have PBRs, we have webinars, we have training like this. You should be in that environment. Environment like this will create a shift. Can you imagine what now? How do you feel right now in that environment? Can you imagine how do you feel right now? Can you imagine if you can bring 2, 3, 4, 5 people on your team in that environment? Can you imagine when we have a PBR here in Tampa on game day? If you live in Tampa, in the Tampa area, you're not show up in game day, bro. What happened? What happened? What happened? Because I'm showing up on training. I'm showing up on PBR when my business is doing well. When my business is doing well. When my business is not doing well, I'm showing on PBR. I'm showing up on training. I'm inviting my team on training. My team can tell you. My team can tell you. We having training. I'm doing a call on the superstars. Hey, y'all, we're going to have an important training. Hey, y'all, we finna have an important training. It doesn't have to be me that's, most likely when I'm going to do the training, I don't go hard on my team like this. But when I have a leader like Mr. David, when I have a leader like Mr. Rob, when I have a leader like Miss Mayra, Santiago, when I have a leader like Miss Mayra, when I have a leader like, all of the leadership that we have, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Arnold Barkley, when I have a leader like Alfred Nixon, all of the leadership, listen, man, I'm going to edify, I'm going to let my team know. So we talk about this because understand, what now you might be doing well in your business, but there's people who might go what now in that bridge. This is where they're going right now. They're going to distraction. They're going to distraction. Something is pulling them away. They're going to the learning process and they feel like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. I don't know. I feel overwhelmed. And I'm the only one who's feeling that way. Maybe I should stop. Discouragement. The people that they were expected to support them in the business, the best friend say, that sounds like a scam. Don't even put my name on. They don't even mention my name. Now they block them on Facebook. Oh, where's my best friend? They block you. Your mom said, listen, man, if you are still talking about this business, you're going to find somewhere to stay. That sounds like a scam. There's people who's going through that thing. We have so many events. This is what event is putting together. Why do you think you see somebody who's doing amazing in the company going to an event? Why not you? Why you don't see the people that's doing amazing? Don't just say, hey, let me go ahead and set my team there. The event is listen, man, it's gonna charge your battery. Environment like this is gonna charge your battery. Shout out to Miss Marisa, who did an amazing job, this afternoon. Crush it. Guess what? Last minute, I'll mute myself and I'll let her know. There's people. I have one of my agents message me, oh, you was on the training. Yes, I was. I'm not missing out because I want to charge my battery. Especially us leaders, we always pour into people. When is the time we can sit down and have somebody pour into us? We always be the one. We always be the one. So again, in that process, we need an environment like this. I'm telling you. So this is why they told you that the people that make the most money in this business, in this industry, is the people who master how to invite and how to promote an event. How to invite and how to promote an event. Because this is not a business you can do by yourself, my friend. You need a team. And in the process of your team is going to that bridge, your team gonna need the energy. Your team gonna need a training, not just like you. If you're gonna be the only one who talk to your team, they're gonna feel like, man, I'm tired with this guy. It's only you. Like, you don't edify any of the leaders. You don't invite your team to training. Like, you got to make sure your team is on training. You got to make sure you bring them to the environment. It doesn't have just to be you. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make in the business. So if you really want to take your business to the next level, make sure that you don't just keep your team in your group chat. Oh, they good. I give them training. I shared a video with them. No. What now? It's live. I'm not going to lie to you. Why? The recording, the people who's going to watch the recording, listen, I'm proud of you. The fact that you miss this and you make sure that you have the recording, but there's nothing like the live. You miss an event, right? Hey man, hey, I missed the event. How was the event? Boy, you can't get the same, man. No, you can't. The energy, the excitement, there's gonna be a nuggets that you're gonna miss. So I encourage you right now to make sure that you never miss an event. Stay plugged in. I'm telling you, stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. Why? I had a training with my team, and I was showing them that when you're not plugged in, you are easy to take out from the game. You have to stay plugged in. You have to stay plugged in, not just you, but your team. You got to invite to the next PBR, invite to the next event, invite to the next, webinar, invite. Become, a master inviter, man. Invite as many people as possible, because it's not just the event, the training too, the calls. Stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. Stay near to the fire. There's going to be drama. There's the news. There's this. There is so many things. Can you imagine if you say, oh, I'm good? You are going to miss out, because there's so much that's taken away from your energy. The news, the loved one who don't support you. You're going through so many leads today and nobody signed up. Everybody say, oh, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. And you feel like, damn, can you imagine if you don't bring yourself to an environment like this? Can you imagine if your team is not plugged in? Now you are by yourself. You're just by yourself. You don't have a team. Yo, man, my team. No, it's because you don't invite them. You don't bring them together. Now, it's one thing about live event, live, on Zoom, but also when you bring your people, in a live event, there's nothing like this. When you bring your people to see the leaders, there's nothing like this. There's nothing like this. We're gonna have an event here in Tampa. How many people you gonna bring to that event? There's so many PBR right now that's happening in Texas, where I see Boss Lady Rosario on. Shout out to you, Boss Lady. I see all of the leaders, all over, while creating PBRs. Shout out to all of you guys. If you have PBR in your environment, this is where you have to bring your team. They got to see the bigger picture. They have to see the bigger picture. Just a PBR can really shift, can really shift everything. The goal is to get people close to the fire, bring people to the environment like this. I don't know about you, but I mean, listen, man, I'm very big on energy. Can you imagine? You have something here in Tampa, game day. You have all of the top leaders. You guys know who I'm talking about. Like, bro, when I went to the room, when I come back, let me tell you, man. Sometimes I go to an event like this, on my way back, somebody say, I just fill out the application. Somebody I talked to 2 weeks ago. I don't know what happened with that environment. When I went to a training, when I come back, listen, man, I'm 200% in the business. Like, it's something with the environment. So don't just bring yourself to environment. Make sure you stay plugged in. Make sure you bring your people on. And I can tell you, man, I'm actually going to bring somebody on to share, his testimony. This gentleman is somebody I have a lot of respect for. He actually joined the platform in less than 90 days and actually, do some incredible thing, man. When I'm telling you some incredible thing, maybe 90 days or less than 90 days, why? But not too long ago, doing some incredible thing. One of the things that, I admire from this gentleman is very big on inviting. He's bringing his people. You're going to hear his story, but he's bringing people to environment. He's bringing people to, to training. He's bringing people to his core. His people are always plugged in, and I have a lot of respect for this gentleman. You guys going to see him post his title on Thursday, man. I'm super, super excited. Actually hit, this prestigious title, what we used to call sales director, now elite. Why, if I can have Bossman, you heard his name first week of the Value Month. You already heard his name on the top recruiter. When I'm telling you, this guy ain't come to play, man. This guy ain't come to play. And again, this is another training, but this is built through because I found this gentleman on one of my leg, okay, all the way. So again, shout out to this gentleman. He's gonna go ahead and share his story with you guys. Shaquille, can you hear me okay, boss man? It's coming, y'all. It's coming.
I can hear you loud and clear, boss man.
Yeah, he's in it.
Take it away, man. Share with us your, your background, your journey so far, and any tip you want to go ahead and share as far as inviting and bringing people to the environment.
All right. Well, first of all, I hope all is well with everyone. Blessings on every last one of y'all. I am thankful for the team. I am highly thankful for my leader. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be in this predicament, this positive predicament, and I wouldn't have met the people that I have gotten to meet and that I'm connected with. All right, so firstly and foremost, I want y'all to put in the chat invitation. Invitation, that's a big word. That's a very important word, invitation. A little bit about me, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. My team, they know me as Quill. My name is Shan Quill Lewis. And I come from a poverty-stricken home, a dysfunctional home, and grew up a very ambitious singer and songwriter. I was working 60 hours a week in Amazon, and I was actually introduced to the business by a lovely auntie of mine. Her name is Marjorie Rogers. A lot of y'all know her. She introduced, we had a conversation, basically. We had a conversation on, I told her I wanted to be put on the next level. I wanted to become high value. I wanted to accomplish my goals. I wanted to break generational curses, and I wanted to be the pinnacle for my families so they could see that there is hope. And so, long story short, she introduced me to, she said, okay, I know a guy. His name is Bruno, and he makes six figures, and he would love to teach you. So, long story short, I was like, okay, well, put him online. Let put him on. I want to talk with him. And so she had him call me, and we had a conversation, and we connected like this really quick. We had common grounds and everything, and we had similar stories. And so, we connected, and I've been doing the business ever since then. He invited me to come on a few Zooms before I even signed up. And from there, I've been on board ever since, man. And so, um, my journey it's been very interesting. It's been fun and very interesting, very inspiring, seeing other people that came before me at the level that they're on. Is just giving me a drive to do more so I can get closer to my dreams and my goals. Um, you know, the first shebang for me was when I got my first two agents. I was working at I had lost my job at Amazon. I lost my job at Amazon, but I had picked up an agent before then, and I picked up an agent afterwards. And so I invited one agent to I invited her to South Carolina, the South Carolina Super Saturday, and I wanted her to see the vision, because she has a big dream and she wants to be a boss and an entrepreneur as well. So I urged her that she should come, because I believe, even though I've never been on, something, I've never been to something so wonderful and inspiring in my life. And, I just had great hopes about what was to come. And so we both made the sacrifice to drive up to come. And we learned a lot. It was mind blowing. So it put a drive on both of us to, go. And so from that, I became field trainer within that time. And then from that, she, it wasn't long before she became field trainer. She called me. And so from there, we had to drive, and we're working together, and I'm working with my other teammate, which was my brother. Going forward, um, you know, my organization was starting to grow, and it started growing intensely up until, I heard about the most recent trip that we had was Tampa. I'm like, wait a minute, Tampa, we have a workshop in Tampa. I need to go to Florida. That's my hometown. It's my home state. I hadn't been in years. I hadn't been in several years to Florida. So I figured it was time for me to go. And so I went. And before that time, I invited four of my people. I invited a cameraman. I paid him to brand for me and take pictures and everything. And I invited my three of my agents. And I wanted them to see, and I wanted the cameraman to see, who is now an official businessman as well. I wanted him to see the vision, and I wanted them to be lit on fire, and so we could do this thing and take off, and get ahead. And so, long story short, we get there. My guy's taking pictures. Lorenzo, he's taking pictures and everything. He's doing a wonderful job, and he sees the vision at the Power of Credit PBR. And so I'm excited. And so the next day, he enrolls. He gets inspired, and he enrolls. And within that enrollment, he did his business launch, and he enrolled an agent the same day. He was so determined, and he was so driven from, just being around the environment and being introduced and meeting so many different people on so many different levels that are very intelligent and inspiring. And so, man, let me tell you, the power of the power of inviting is very important. It's important to invite, and you need to invite to inspire, because when you can inspire someone, when a person is inspired, they're capable of doing almost anything. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very important to invite whoever you got, new, old, I don't care, invite them, bring them. You know what I'm saying? Because they may need that push. They may be going through something in their life that, they might want to give up on something. They might want to give up on a career. They might want to give up on life or anything. So you want to invite them to something that's going to bring light to their world. And this was one of the things, especially with the upcoming Miami trip, man. For the new agents that's on here, I'm telling you, come to the Miami trip. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and it's going to be major. So with that being said, I say all that to say this, man, the power of invitation. And I'm thankful because through that whole trip, I became a sales director. I ranked up twice within 1 week, twice. You know what I'm saying? And that's the power of invitation. So I say that to say, invite your people, get out and invite as many people as possible, because my goal, I'm bringing at least 40 people and up. I'm not settling for any lower. I'm going 40, me and my team, and they're trying to bring even more. So make sure, keep that in mind, embed that in your heart to invite. Invitation is very important. So you know, all right, and I'm out.
Woo! 40 people in Miami, invite to inspire. Man, thank you, bro. Man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm very, very proud of you. Top trainer in our group, top presenter, been with us, man, just for a few, man. I'm very, very proud of you, man. Let's take that thing to the next level, man. Let's knock out VP. You got the potential. I'm very, very proud of you, man. And guys, you heard it. Invite to inspire you. So, man, it was my time. I'm excited. Mayra, back to you, boss lady. I'm fired up, man. Man, listen, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yo, in the famous words of Bruno, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Awesome job, Shaquille, as well. I remember meeting you and seeing you at the event. The energy never goes away. It just transfers. And clearly, when the right combination of moving that energy into inviting and extending the hand to bless people with this opportunity is definitely the way to go. Think about the lives you'll change, and think about how much different your future can look just by a decision, right? So moving on to our second segment right now with training is someone as well that I thank this opportunity for allowing me the chance to get to meet him. I don't know that our paths would have ever crossed in any other way, but God works the way that he does, right? We don't always have it figured out. And I consider him just, a stand-up gentleman, someone that I'm grateful for, someone I always learned from, someone that from day one I could tell led with his heart and walks forward in thinking of ways to bless other people in their lives. It shows in the love that he gets across the entire team. It shows as well from even on the corporate end, how he's been able to walk stages and train for our major events. And again, with this success, right? He joined this opportunity not being at a point anywhere near mine. I needed the credit help. Lord knows I needed the credit help. He actually did it because he had a vision enough to know how many lives he could help. And he seriously wanted to take that on. And by way of this opportunity in this company with our program, he's been able to do so year after year since he's been on board. I will tell you, he's as well an ambassador with our program, but on my book, he's level pinnacle, to tell you the truth, just because of his leadership skills, his mindset, and again, what he brings to the table. He has as well been recognized as a six-figure income earner with the company, R&R level 1, and he is our very own and human male half of the R&R club. So I've definitely given it away. Everyone, please give all of your undivided attention to none other than Ambassador Rob Santiago.
Can you guys hear me? Mayra, you can hear me?
Yes.
What's going on, guys? I gotta give a let's go for Bruno, man. Put some flames in the chat for Mayra, for Bruno, for the leadership, for Quill, man. Like, bro, I'm super impressed with this young man. Super impressed with that young man. The door over there. Can you close that one for me? Seeing him not only show up in Tampa, but show up with his whole team. And they was fly too. If y'all wasn't there to see these guys dressed up, I don't know. One thing about Bruno's team is that I don't know where they shop at, but y'all need to send me those links because y'all boys be fresh. Ladies, y'all was killing it. The photographer was fly too. I was like, man, these guys came with that. But that's how you do it. Like, you got to be excited. We talking about inviting here. That man said 40 people. Quill, I didn't know if they told you the calculations of what that means to convention, but that's a six-figure income right there. On average, guys, for that event and convention, every person that you bring in is $2,500. You do 2,500 times 40, that's $100,000. That's him. He just getting started with this thing. Imagine creating a culture of inviting to conventions. 40 people bring one, that's 80 people. Where are they going to be next year? Multiple six-figure earner just from that one skill. And when I met him, I said, bro, that one skill that you have is going to make you a lot of money. Inviting is gonna make you a lot of money. Being able to put people in an environment and in a room so they can feel energy is gonna help you make a lot of money. Think about boxing. Think about the major sports. In boxing, who was the top promoter? Don King. He got paid more than the fighters. Why? Because he put butts in the seats. That's what his job was. His job wasn't to get beat up. His job wasn't to do the pictures. His job was to fill the arena. He would show up, he would do his promoting, and he would get the best of the best of the best into the room. So guys, I need you to put Don King in the chat. Put Don King in the chat. That's the way that you guys need to treat this thing. You need to treat every event as a private event, as a huge event, as an MGM grand boxing match. Think about that, right? Right now, we got to do better at promoting our team call. This is an event. Like Arnold said when we first got started, guys, we are an organization of thousands of people. This is a very, very, very small percentage of people that are getting this information, this energy. You think putting somebody on front of Bruno, in front of Quill, in front of these individuals and seeing the energy that they transfer, there's nothing like live. That's why we decided to do a live 12 o'clock lead generation. Shout out to Marissa for coming through today. Hella clutch, killed it. Got it from all the top leaders saying, man, this is another elite in the building that's coming up and stepping up in the game, because they're going out there and just putting in the work, man. So like, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody. The reason why these lives are so important, the lead gen, the 6 p.m. live. We're doing a webinar. That's an event. The webinar's event. Raisa's a $500,000 earner. We got multiple 6-figure earners, leaders that are leading the way, presenting the information. We got to promote that thing. Think about it. We could have put out a recording, but a live event is always better. Just like Bruno said, there's nothing that beats live. It's like going to a concert, right? Think about it. You went to the concert and you came back and you told all your friends how amazing it was. You think we felt the same thing you felt? You could explain it. You could have been, man, this concert was awesome. I got to see front row Beyonce or Mark Anthony. If you mean, right, super excited. But the energy you can't take back to those people. So private events, right? I'm gonna give you guys some examples of some private events that I've hosted. This was outside of UWE. I did a small Real Kings Do Real Kings event, right, with our organization, with a lot of the male leaders. And the reason why I bring this up particularly is because this was one of my first private events that I was able to host. I went out and found a location. I went out and created a banner, flyers. I did all of this. I invested into it without even knowing if people were going to show up. Guys, you got to have a lot of faith too. So I need y'all to put faith in the chat. You got to have faith that the people that you invite are going to go. You already have to have that invite list sold out. If you got 20 seats, 30 seats, 50 seats in your mind, you already have to say, this thing is sold out. I'm going to fill this thing up. I'm going to go out. I didn't even know I didn't even have the money to host this event. I showed up to this event with no money in my pocket to be able to fill this event. I hosted together. I got the casino. They let me pay it after the event was over. I had everyone contribute. I was able to get 45 guys in this room to all pay $39 or $49 to get this location, and we packed it. We packed it with business professionals, with male leaders in the industry. And I was so excited to find out that after everything was completely covered, nothing came out of my pocket. It was all an event that we put together. We were able to network. We were able to build a lot of relationships, build a lot of people coming into business from creating an event, from creating a private event. Shout out to Bruno. Shout out to Crystal Marrero. Shout out to Marissa. You hearing these names a lot because they're doing things right. This is an event that we had in Fort Myers a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. This Super Saturday in Fort Myers that we doing on our own, this is not a UWE Super Saturday. This is a relentless leadership. We going to Fort Myers because you guys earned it. From small event to small event, they took this restaurant and packed it. When I talk about these individuals, say, yo, Bruno, Rob, you come to Fort Myers, we're going to put people in the seats. They got a whole restaurant. Understand what I'm talking about? They found the restaurant. They said, we're going to bring you people. We closed a whole restaurant. There was about 70 people at this event. Again, huge congratulations to these individuals, but how were they able to do that? So we putting people in the position, and edification is massive. Mayra does a great job. Marissa, you're doing a great job at edifying their leadership. Shout out to Raisa's whole organization, the Texas team that Bruno was talking about. Why you think they're killing it? The edification is incredible. Like the edification of these leaders when they're coming in, when they got a Bruno, a number one in the company, multiple six-figure earner is coming into the city. Bro, everybody needs to come out. When a $500,000 earner is coming to the city, bro, you need to bring everybody out. Like everybody. So the edification between Crystal Marrero and Marissa on their edification of their vice presidents was the reason why that room was filled. People knew who we were when we got there. Me and Bruno felt like celebrities. It was like, bro, y'all done edified us so much. People already know that we come in here. They're expecting us. So all of these events are leading to now a Super Saturday in that market, right? Where our goal is to have over 100, 150 people. So we could bring UWE and corporate to these cities. We're going to bring them to Tampa. We're going to bring them to Miami. We're going to bring them to Orlando. We're going to bring them to Massachusetts. We're going to bring them to Texas. But we got to create that. So don't wait. Bruno said something very important. You know how many people live in Tampa and don't go to the local event? You know how many people live in Texas and don't go to the local event? You know what's even crazier? The event is free. The event is free. The leaders are coming out of their pocket to pay for these local events, to close deals for you. And people are not showing up. Honestly, it's pretty disappointing to see it. Because me, 4 years in this business, I would travel 45 minutes every Thursday from St. Pete to Tampa with a guest or without a guest, with gas or without no gas, with $10 in my pocket or no money in my pocket, because we had to pay to get in the room. We had to pay the $10 to be in the room. The leadership, put a flame in the chat for the leaders, bro. Put a flame in the chat for the leaders, because they don't got to do this. For them to go out there and take money out their own pockets every single week. Hotels are not cheap. $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 to close deals for you. And you're not bringing people? We got an EVP, RVP, vice presidents, multiple six-figure earners, free Mercedes in the front of the building, and you're not bringing potentials? Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. Because the more people that we invite to those environments, guess what? The more success, the more cars, the more stories that are coming from that. Bro, I could not wait to get people in front of the leadership when they had the cars. When my broke down Toyota could barely make it, my broke down Honda could barely make it to Tampa, I was showing up. I'm like, look at what my leaders are doing, how they're paving the way. This is where we going. You might not believe me right here driving my Honda, but look at the people that I'm following. It wasn't about me. Take yourself out the way and point. Man, the leadership are coming. Alfred Nixon is coming from Miami to Tampa. All the top leaders are coming. There's a tour out. These people, Alfred made $11 million in this company. You don't want to go see what he got to say? I'm telling you, man, you got to be excited about this thing. With focus and understanding, and you're not getting people, right? Don't invite people like on some, I got them. Like people showing up to these events and they don't even know why they're there. Like you gotta be very transparent. You gotta very to the point. Like, yo, let them know what it is. Very powerful. Arnold said this in the beginning. We got a $300 million company. $300 million company that's on its way to $1 billion. Right now, you want to invite some people. There's a $300 million project that we're working on right now. I got some of the top executives that are flying in from all over the country for this $300 million project that they've already created, but the goal is to get it to $1 billion. And they're looking for people in our area. I thought of you before anybody else. And instead of blessing a stranger, I thought about you. Are you free on Thursday at 7:30? I got 2 spots left. If you're not going to take it, I got 5 more people that's ready to go. Fear of loss. Tell them what it's about. financial education, financial literacy. Talk about helping people get cars, houses, wealth, real estate. Come on, guys. You can't just be like, oh man, we're going to show up for a networking event and they don't know what's happening, right? You don't want to go out there and hunt people down. It's a farming system. You got to go out there and start showing up to these events and start taking pictures at these events. People need to see that it's not just you. People need to see that there's social proof in the area, right? You talking about this and they're like, oh, it's cool. It sounds good. But when you standing in front of the room and there's 50, 60, 100 people behind you, whoa, he told me about that event. Damn, I wish I would have went. That's a lot of people, especially if you're a business professional. You don't think the realtors, the car salesmen, the tax professionals, the solar reps, they don't want to network with people? You show them that you got a whole room of potential, people that they can network and they ain't show up and it's free? People are on Eventbrite every day looking for an event. Every day they're looking for an event, networking, trying to get to their next business. And we're not inviting. We got to go out there and plant these seeds. Follow up. The same way that we get people to enroll, 5 to 12 follow-ups to get somebody to sign up for. Guys, you got to follow up with your leads when they're coming to these events. Hey, this seat is reserved. I'm following up with you to make sure that that seat is still covered by you, because it's not, I got to fill it by somebody else. Following up, planting those seeds, going out there, taking the pictures, being in those environments. Whoever went to January Jumpstart, whoever went to South Carolina, these are major events. There's no better way to promote an event than from being there. Let me say that again. There's no better way to promote an event than being there. Right? Think about it. You go live in front of thousands of people, they're going to be like, Rosario, Bruno, what? Think about it. Bruno came from Walmart. You think people believe him? They're like, man, whatever. This thing ain't working. What little scam you got going on? And when he show up to convention, people are like, yo, Bruno, you was in Walmart making $8.50 an hour. Where you got money to take a trip to Vegas? Not knowing that Bruno ain't even have the money to go to Vegas. He sacrificed. People, you really know his story is crazy. But the sacrifice that he made to be in that environment, all the people that thought he couldn't do it, he showed them that he made it happen. He could have no money in his pocket, but his outer appearance, vice president. His outer appearance, six-figure earner. His energy, said, I'm going to the top, regardless of where my pocket's at or what my stomach is feeling like, all of that right now. And guess what? I'm showing people that I'm here, that I didn't make any excuses, and you should be here. And because he did that multiple times, guess what? You think people really don't wish they with him now? Seeing him cross the stage, earn a ring, the checks that he's making, #1 in the company week after week after week. How you think? Building events. His team was the thickest one in Tampa. He had people flying out. Guys, when I'm telling you, these people are mastering a major skill in the company when it comes to event. When you brand new, you don't got no credibility. Use the people who do. Use the success stories that's already here. Everybody wants to create their own success overnight. It don't work like that. Use Arnold's story, you David's story, you Razor's story, you Bruno's story. I still use their stories today, even though I got credibility in the business, even though everybody know what I do. I don't make it about me. I don't make it about me. It's about the person that's presenting. Right now, we got Andy DeVille next week. We got Jackie Garcia. It's not about me. Andy's story is deep. Jackie's story is deep. I seen her grow. I seen Andy grow. Both of them, when I met them, couldn't present. Now they kill it. Use the credibility of other people. You're not skilled at inviting or presenting yet. Use that skill set with someone else. Who's a master inviter? Who's the person that gets the most people together? Leverage that. And you're not that leader yet. You don't know the industry yet. It's okay. It's okay. Be okay with being new. Be okay with leveraging your leaders to get people to events. Be okay with using their stories until you create your own story. Right now, some of you are like, oh, my story's not good enough. Man, you building your story. You building your story. You want to continue to get to these events, continue to grow. So you're not, again, using that what do we call it? The trust triangle. right? So you got yourself, you got that prospect or that potential, and now you got the third party. The third party is a lot of different things, not a party, right? Third party tool. So that could be a mentor, that could be a video, that could be a live event, that could be a local event, that could be a destination event, it could be a convention. It could be a live testimonial video. It could be the ATM group. There's so many different ways. It could be an audio. Guys, literally, when I see some of these leaders just taking themselves out of the way and letting the professionals do the work, they trust me enough for me to recommend this person to share the info. If you don't trust me, you don't like me, you're not going to do business with me. You got to build relationships. That's why I said we farming and not hunting. You got to go out there and build. I built relationship. Marissa is a relationship that I built with 2 years before she got started. She talks about it on every story now, how she edifies me. My mentor, I remember him carrying a TV. She don't let me forget it. He carries the TV into the hair salon. It's a part of the story. We built that relationship. Now, when it comes to edification, she don't even question because she knows the story. She knows the journey. The relationship that was built over that time. I didn't try to sell her the first time. I'm showing her the events that I'm going to. I'm showing her the events from the hair salon. Now we on the big stage. And that vision was painted 2-3 years ago. So when I'm telling you, you got to be able to see that. You got to have trust. You got to build these relationships. Be the connector. Be the connector. Use the system. Use the leadership. Use other people's stories to connect them to be able to get to the upline, the events. Like these are the tools that I was talking about. The video, the audio, the website, the Zoom. I love pulling up the Zoom. Yo, the Zoom is, all I do is pull out the websites. I don't even really do presentations like that. I do it for you guys and I do it for corporate, but man, I pull up the website. I let them see what they're going to get. Use a third party. Guess what? I didn't create this credit repair company. They already got everything set. It's push start company. Everything's ready for you. Let me show you the tools that they give us. So help people with. Anything that's not you is the tool. The Facebook group, 3-way chats, phone calls, etc. Right? Yo, start plugging some of your people into these millionaire mindset calls. Potentials. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to take a potential and put them on the 9 o'clock millionaire mindset call on Monday so they can hear the testimonies. I challenge you to get them to onto your team call. My team does that all the time. They'll be like, Rob, I got a potential agent. I want to get them on a team call so they can feel the environment of what they're going to be a part of. Use a third party. They might not believe you, but if you put them on a relentless team call with 111 other people and they hear Bruno's story, they hear Quill's story, they're like, man, this is something I want to be a part of. I love y'all environment. I love that y'all recognize people. My job don't recognize me, but on y'all team call, y'all recognize each other. Like, y'all give each other awards and books and stuff. And my job, they don't do that. Guys, we're showing them another way. They don't got to sign up first. You got to farm. Let them see the cause and what we are part of, why we're so excited. The Super Saturday online, June 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you guys are registered for that. Get in there and get potentials in there with you. If you're already looking at it at home, get a couple of your people or potential agents and be like, look, they're doing a free training for what I'm trying to get you involved with. This is worth hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. We got leaders from all over the country. Use these tools to continue to build. Get yourself out of the way. Don't over talk it. Get yourself out of the way. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. 7 quick rules to this because I want to be on the sake of time. It's already 10. Emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. You're going to go invite how many people you want to get to the event? You want to get 10 people to the event? You got to go invite 100. And expect 90 people to say no. Those are the numbers. Don't get mad when they tell you no. Don't get mad when they say they're going to show up to the event and they don't show up. Don't get mad. When they don't show up, be so excited about you being at the event and the people that you had at the event that you didn't even realize they wasn't there. Oh my God, bro. I'm following up. You know how I'm following up? I'm posting a picture on social media with the people that did come. And even if I didn't have nobody come, the people that was there, yo, I'm happy in being in the moment. Like Bruno said, every call, every event, every training is a part of your success. It's a part of that line that you were talking about. So let people see that they missed out on that event. Take pictures of the full room and be like, bro, you missed out on something crazy. We had a special guest. I was talking about you to all these people, and they're like, yo, where was he at? Bro, you got to show up next time. You ain't make me look good. You got to put it back on them like that. Don't get emotional. Just detach yourself from that outcome overall, right? Be yourself. Don't be nobody else. Be the best version of you. If you were to invite your best friends and your people out for drinks on Friday or out to the movies or fishing or whatever it is that you love to do and your people love to do, how would you invite them? How would you invite people to your barbecue at your housewarming? How would you invite them to your baby shower? Are you confident? Like, yo, you coming to my baby shower, I got your name on the list, so don't tell me you ain't got time. Because some of y'all that confident when it comes to the baby shower, when it comes to the housewarming, when it comes to all of that. But when it comes to events and to your leaders, you're like, I don't know. I don't know how to talk to people. Like we shut down. You know what I mean? So make sure that you bring passion, energy, be urgent. These leaders are not coming every week. Alfred is not in Tampa every Thursday. He's not in Miami every Thursday. Well, he lives there now, but people don't know that, right? So when they're doing this tour, Lakeisha Marion, Tony Camp, bro, we got to be urgent. Fear of loss, posture. Like, bro, you need to show up to this. I don't care. I'll call people and be like, listen, I don't care what plans you got on Thursday at 7:30, cancel them. I need you to cancel whatever you got at 7:30 on Thursday. It's that serious. Rob, what you mean? But it's that serious, bro. You know I'm not the person to BS you. There's some information that I need you to see. Whatever you got scheduled, if it's not a family emergency, I need you to cancel it, and I need you to show up at this address with me. Period. Posture. Urgency. We don't got next week. This might be the last and only time that we have this opportunity. Be a believer. Who's gotten results in this company? Put a 1 in the chat. Who's made money in this company? Put a 1 in the chat. Just want to see if y'all one's working on y'all keyboards. Let me see. Oh, I think everybody one's is working. Some working more than the others. The reason why I asked that question, if you've gotten results, even if you didn't get results, even if you didn't get money, you see how many ones is in the chat right now? How many people got testimonials? How many people have made income with this business? If you don't believe it, I don't know what to tell you. This company has done amazing things just in our organization alone. Imagine nationwide what it does. And have that mindset knowing that it's done. It's done. I'm going to pack out that event. It's done. That Super Saturday in Fort Myers is going to be standing room. It's done. That convention, there's not going to be enough seats for the amount of people that we bring in. Not the company, that we bring in. The goal is to bring 1,000 people into this convention. Think about that. That type of confidence, and you telling your team with that posture and that confidence, we bring in 1,000 people. You're going to be one of those 1,000 or you not? Next, on to the next one. Posture. Bring it on. The conversations. I challenge you guys. This is week 1 of the 5 week. I need y'all to go hard. From Tuesday to Saturday, everything that we do in this, honestly, everything we do until tomorrow, we get double bonus points. So between tomorrow, everybody got a snap. Because the last day of the volume month is the 18th. Tomorrow is the 18th. So everything that we do up to tomorrow, when those customers and those agents make their next payment, it will land prior to the 18th. So don't wait till Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tomorrow, go hard. Get as many customers, agents as possible in the system because you're going to benefit from it double in that 5-week volume up. So go out there and have the conversation. Something I told Raisa yesterday. Conversations lead to enrollments. Conversations lead to enrollments. How long do you keep the conversation going? Did the conversation die out between that person? Figure out a way to spark the convos. You go out there and have 1,000 conversations in the next couple of days. You could do 100, you could do 250, but I challenge you, go have 1,000 combos. Go look in your stories in the morning and comment. Go look in birthdays, comment. Go look at posts, comment. Have conversations. Go on the Facebook groups. Go comment on people, their stories, their pictures and stuff like that. Meet them in the inbox. Go have conversation. Go have conversation. Where do you live? What do you do for work? Are you a mom? Are you a dad? What do you do on your free time? Do you ever, come on, you got to go out there and start building these combos because these conversations are going to lead you to enrollments. Topics to connect with, life, family, work, fun, health, dreams. Compliments are big. I love it. I love complimenting people. I'm always complimenting people, right? These are a couple questions that you could ask, but the compliments is a big game changer for me. Like, it's very hard for someone not to respond back to a compliment. I'm gonna use some of the ones that I usually give. Yo, you've been wildly successful and I've always admired that. I hope you have a blessed week. Go out there, keep inspiring people because I'm one of those people you inspire. Think about if you got a message from someone like that. Has anyone got a message from someone like that? Put me in the chat. If you got a message from somebody like, man, I'm proud of you. Like, you're inspiring people. You're going out there helping people. Like, I love what you got going on. I've gotten that before. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling because most of the time we don't even know if we really inspiring people. And then you get a random text message in a DM talking about how you blessing people. How'd that make you feel? Did you ignore the compliment? Did you just leave them unread? I guarantee you did. You either said, thank you, I appreciate it. That means a lot to me. It's very hard for you to not respond back to a compliment like that. So think about that. You've got an amazing mind for business, and I highly respect that. I highly respect your opinion. I have an event with some major people coming on Thursday, and I highly respect your opinion on certain things. I would love for you to be one of my guests. You don't have to pay for nothing. Everything is free. Just put your butt in the seat and give me your best opinion. Yo, Rob, where is it? When you respect people and their opinion, you tell them that, they're like, yo, you know what? I'll take a look at it and I'll give you my honest opinion. That's all you want to do. Get them in the room. You're one of the most positive and energetic people I know. You don't even got to know these people personally, but you see them on social media moving. They're striving. They're not a couch potato. They're out there working. They're exercising. They're doing this. Go compliment them on that. Go compliment them on the hard work and the energy that they put in to put positivity into the world. It's a beautiful thing. Trust me, the conversation will lead from there. You're one of the smartest people I know, and trust your judgment. Again, very similar. Your advice means a lot to me. I would love your input on something. Rob, absolutely. What's up? Talk to me. These are easy conversation starters, man. This is one I love the most. I think this is the one I use the most. I say your page is sharp, super sharp. I love it. How long have you been in your industry? Realtors, car salesmen, tax professionals, the beauty industry, nails, eyelashes, I don't care, whatever industry you in, AC, whatever industry you in, compliment them on their page. Man, yo, your page is super sharp. I love seeing your content. Everything you put up is super value. How long you been in your industry? I know you in real estate. How long you been in? Yo, you only been in 2 years and you moving like this? Oh man, oh, you've been in 10 years, 15 years. Wow. How has it been different since then to now? Start convos. Man, I've been in my company for 2 years, 4 years. Rob, what do you do? Well, look, I run a credit restoration company. So man, I'm glad we connected. I knew you was in real estate. I just didn't know that you have that much experience. Man, it's crazy. I would love to connect with you more and see how many people we can help. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about it, but complimenting people is one of the best ways to start these conversations. So I'm gonna go into some promoting on some events, right? Local game day in Tampa. Again, the leaders are putting money together. They're putting down the event. They're putting up the leaders. All you got to do is put potentials in the seat. Let them close. Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Jackie, one of our own. Again, huge growth in the business. Be there. If you're in the local market, if you're within 45 minutes, you're within an hour, show up to the event, man. Show the support. I'm telling you, the more people that are there, the easier it is to close. The more people you put in the room, the easier it is to close. I guarantee it. Make sure you show up. The next one here, shout out to my executive elite, right? Our next VP, Bianca Baez, and myself. This was the last Thursday event, right? We packed it out. Shout out to Bruno. You see him in the front. And we had a location that says 40 to 50 people, and we packed it. We packed it out. Now we had to switch rooms. It was the first time we filled it. We had to switch rooms again. Morning grind. Tomorrow morning, that's another event. Promote it. Get on there. Make sure that you guys are on the morning grind. It's a super Saturday for Fort Myers. Gonna be huge, man. If you guys have people in the area, we got Anthony Kelly, we got Bruno, we got Raisa coming out, we got Brandon Garcia coming out, we got the ladies in the Fort Myers market and myself to show up and go and support that market and the tour. You see all of these things that I'm promoting? The tour, the events, the local stuff, everywhere. Where they're gonna be next, right? And then guys, look, this is a little treat. That's like 12, 15 people that got off this call already, which again, I don't understand why people will leave it early. But this is something right here that I wanted to share with the whole team. This is where our convention is gonna be. I'm sharing this picture with you guys. I have the permission to share it with some of my leadership. I said, this is where the convention is gonna be. Put a 1 in the chat if you got a seat. Well, you have a seat in this building. This is the James L. Knight Center, holds 7,000 to 8,000 people in the heart of Miami. You want to promote an event? This is how you promote an event. You're going to get one of these seats because we're going to max this thing out. You're going to be down in the front row, at the bottom, or you're going to be up at the top in the nosebleeds. I don't care if you're standing by the door, get in the room. Look at this stage, by the way. Man, do you guys understand the growth in our company and where we're going? My first convention, that bottom row at the bottom is probably all the people that was there. And they talked about the day that we're going to fill up an arena. They talked about the day that we're going to fill up 7,000 to 10,000 people. They're still talking about when we're going to fill up 30 to 50,000 when we get a football stadium. Because when we talked about this, 4 years in the making, and now we here. So now when they're talking about the stadium, what are we going to be at in another 2 years? How about another 36 months when the company hits $1 billion? Where's your position and seat going to be? How many events are you going to go to load up to get people into this? Because Quill said he's going to have 40 people in these seats. That means he's going to have his own section. Bruno going to have his own section. You know Team R&R is going to be there deep. So where's Relentless going to be as an organization? With thousands of agents that we have, we should have half of this room. We told Alfred personally, get ready. Because Tampa, Relentless, the team, we coming deep. Know that. You're going to hear us. You're going to see us. But don't be left out. Don't be the person that the whole team is at the convention and you ain't show up. And not only did you not show up, your team ain't show up. Don't be that guy. Don't be that lady. Don't be out of all the pictures. Don't be out of the conversations that are going to happen. Don't be out of the trainings that are going to be smashed on these stages. I'm excited about it. Get ready. Start promoting. Get people in the seats. If it's a webinar, a local event, team call. Let's get better at promoting. Let's get better at inviting. Guys, that's my time. Mayra, I'm going to give it back to you to end it. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll see you guys at the top.
Listen, Rob, I mean, I know even amongst the leaders' messages and whatnot, we truly could listen to you like all day. I think I could say that on behalf of the whole entire team. So raw, so straightforward, with such raw energy. I mean, thank you for all of that. Team, let's celebrate this man because he does not have to do it. Like he said before as well, across the board, the leadership, this is an industry where they reach their hand back out to show us what they did to make their success a reality. So again, huge shout out to both yourself, Rob, and Bruno, always killing it. Just the overall team, everyone that plays a part in that. It's priceless what we have in our hands, and we're ready to take it to the next level. One final note I do want to mention as well is that whichever agent has the most number of guests for the May 26th tour spot here in Tampa can actually qualify for a paid-for getaway in Miami. And you know what they can use it for? to go to convention. Just saying, right? You're already gonna be there. All 102 of you that stayed on, make it beneficial to you too. Bless for more people. Let's continue to take this to the top. And on that note, we are out. Thank you again to all our training, the leadership. Go ahead and have a phenomenal night, everyone. Much, much love to all of you. And I'm just thankful to be a part of it. God bless everyone. Good night. Let's get it.